Let's go. Let's go. Oh, let me mute Twitch so I don't get any echo. Right. Medium storage right away. That's nice. I'm gonna be looking for mines since I want to go to exiles, preferably as quickly as possible. Right. Backups are on the way. I think it's okay to switch to treads now so we take a little bit less damage maybe. Yeah. I see me. Let's fight from here. Alright, good enough. Oh, this is annoying. Hey Xylin, welcome to the stream. What up? Not much. Just finally got some free time, so I figured I'd stream again. Hope it'll be interesting. We'll see. I've changed my playstyle a little bit since I streamed the last couple of times, so thinking maybe I can show that off, or alternatively I can do some experimental builds if we get the right items. I have some ideas for a couple of crazy meme builds, but they need very specific items, so I'm not gonna promise anything in that regard. So in terms of, look, this is nice, improved flight unit. So in terms of the hacks I want to get off on the first floor, first I want to get a Trojan botnet, then I want to get the branch exit, and then if we have those, I'd like improve flight schematic or prototype ID, also improve the assault rifles. And those are typically the things you're looking for in haulers in the next level. And if I then find any additional terminals, I'll go for analysis or something. Right. I want the treads these guys have, so even if they're not carrying anything useful, I think there's still some value in killing them. Just don't want to stay too long, because I don't want to take too much damage. I'm not going to chase after the other one, I think. Let's see, okay, so Exiles is on this floor. It's indicated by the message. Unless we find some very good stuff here, I don't think we're in a state where we can take on Braun. Which I would have liked to do, but for the sake of the stream, it's probably more interesting if I don't immediately suicide on Exiled. I'm trying, because I like my kinetics way more here, and I don't have a build where I can fire keep up with the heat from two thermal weapons at the same time. So I'm trying to use both a thermal and a kinetic at one time. so my spare guns will last as long as possible. Yeah, no, we're definitely not going to be able to fight exiles, and maybe we won't even get through here safely. I really don't like these guns, but we don't really have something better. I'd preferably I'd like to use all kinetic. My game seems a little bit laggy. Maybe that's because I'm running a stream at the same time. Let's do it like this. Small storage units are basically useless. We can get another plotter or something. Ah, there's exiles. Since our core is so low, I'm not gonna greed for some of the good events you can get here. I'm just gonna leave straight away. There's Braun. Oh, by the way, let me know if my audio is alright. I think I set everything up same as I used to, but yeah, it's hard for me to tell what it sounds like on the other end. So if there is a problem with the audio quality, just let me know. We can probably fix it, or at least try to. Right, so we're checking here to get the location of Scion. So -7. Well, that's okay. Nothing too interesting in these stockpiles. I would have liked to get maybe high capacity storage. Right, so I'm gonna step into the machine. Reason being that we're gonna betray them anyway, and I don't really mind the thieves that much. So, yeah. Might as well see what sort of interesting stuff they have. Alright, the field lobotomy kit is pretty good. Cloak of Protection would have been nice for fighting Brawn. I'm gonna take it, but otherwise... We have the space, so we might as well take this, but I honestly don't think I'm gonna use it. Don't really see a situation in which that is useful. Right, so we can't find these guys, so I guess we'll leave. Oh, I always forget you get the location here. Yeah, it's a pretty... Well, I was gonna say it's a pretty big deal, but there's some specific builds where you would want Z and not DM or something like that, but I tend to want to go to both of them. Since there's just... I mean, as long as you play well, they always give a benefit. And the alternative would be something like extension, depending on your seed. But it's mostly nice to know. Yeah, it is. I think for me the biggest deal would be if I know I want to fight Imprinter, and I want to carry stuff like a plasma cutter around, but I want to know, like, do I need to get that stuff right now, or can I wait for a level or something like that? That's really useful. Especially if extension is there. Yeah, so extension, I guess if you want to go there, that's the biggest reason you want to check this. But my builds tend to not want to go to extension. It's more of a combat branch, I think. At least that's what it feels like to me. Because it's very hard to not get hurt in extension as a flight build, and the reward is mostly just not there. I guess if you do something with L. This is why we have wheels, by the way. Right, maybe not here. So I want to avoid the demolishers. My last run ended because of extension. I killed 2 hubs and went on to -4. Couldn't find a chute nor caves, so I died to alert. Ah, yeah. Yeah, that's a typical Cogmind death. Just indirectly your actions causing stuff like that. It's also very typically a combat problem. I wouldn't have that sort of problem on flight, I think. Right. So this is what we have for this. How faster? I think we can make this. Alright, it's going in that direction. I think we should be okay then. These days I tend to keep the wheels around you get at the start just to outrun these guys. Yeah, that was insane. It was on low security in archive. Ooh, yeah. Alert can change pretty quickly. Oh, the rocket launcher guy. It's really useful since we didn't have one yet. Let me see what I drop. I think we can afford to not take a backup engine. There is a lot of guys around here. Materials? Ah, right. That's also where the monsters came from. I guess the extra hub was too much. You only killed 2 though. I mean, you can kill up to 4, right? Um, yeah, maybe I don't know. How much alert does killing a hub generate actually? Or is it 2 hubs put me in assault range? Oh, I see. Yeah, maybe it's too much then. I think if you're not having trouble uh, with the hub alert itself, but rather with the guys that spawn in hub, then using something like a Trojan detonate might help. But I think I need Rift to purge alert. Uh, is Rift good for that? Yeah, that's probably a good idea. I've never really thought much about what you would need on a build to kill all the hubs, but honestly though, like on combat, killing the hubs is just mostly a nice bonus, right? Because you're not super heavy into hacking, probably. It's nice for getting exits, I guess, but yeah. So I don't know. I feel like an extension, the rewards are just not proportional to how much danger you're in. I actually there's like 3 things you can do in extension. Very spoilery that wait, yeah, there's at least 2 things you can do in extension that I know have some heavy impact on late game, and I've never done them. Like I'm also missing the achievements and everything. I have like 600 hours in this game, and I've never had those events because I just never go to extension. Really neat caves after if you're slow, you can just lose by map gen. Oh, that's a shame. Yeah, I don't know. I sort of feel like extension could use a buff. Um, right, we're going to the next floor. I'm gonna evolve a bunch of utils since we want to have room for extra storage, and also it'd be nice to use some armor. Um, I think I'm gonna use this right away. So like, if I was able to fight Brawn, I could maybe get gravity neutralizing apparatuses, and then I would want this on flight, but now it's just too heavy. Like, I'm not gonna equip this while going through levels, but I would consider equipping it while fighting a ZDC imprinter or something like that. But I don't think we can support it, and I'd rather have the dodge. So then we might as well equip it right away. Um, Other than that, do we know where storage is? We don't. So we also want to get a French access hack off. And I want to see what's in the hollers here. Also, I really need new guns. Oh, we can go... Yeah, this is nice. What's the salvage on this, by the way? Maybe it's negative? It is negative. I shouldn't have used it then. It's a shame. I really want these guys' guns. There's a hauler. What did it drop? Not much useful stuff, it seems. Ooh, treads are good though. We could use some backup. I feel like all these thermal weapons are still useless. Ooh. Let's move back in the hallway. Ooh, there's a assault rifle. Right, I'm gonna swap out this one. I really want my assault rifles to last as long as possible. This is not looking great. We'll live probably. Also still applying the philosophy that I want to have one kinetic weapon beside one, what should we call it? Thermal weapon, so that my kinetic weapons will last as long as possible. I probably can't not find these guys. Okay. My spread laser doesn't reach, and my rocket launcher is probably not the tool I want to use for this. That's very unfortunate. What's the range on the heavy laser? 14. Range 10. This is even more useless than I thought. I'm guessing it'll probably hit, so then we want to use the heavy laser. Pea shooter. Yeah. I don't like how my weapon situation is looking, but I haven't really been offered anything better. We'll probably be okay. There we go. That's an assault rifle. Now before this guy can steal it. There we go. Why not retreat? Hey, fine step. My philosophy for fighting hunters is that mostly you just want to stand still and fire at them, because if you try to outmaneuver them on treads, you just end up taking more damage. So because I have to move pretty far to make sure he can't shoot through the wall, and then if I wait, for example, here, he'll just stand here and shoot me. And then I'll have to walk forward again, or even more back, and I just have the same problem. Armor on the radar, go go. Oh yeah, this guy. Yeah, I definitely want to kill him for his stuff. Um, but Do I have anything? Right, so I probably want to use explosives to get past these traps, but I don't want to use explosives on the transporter because I want his staff. So we're gonna wait for that guy to move. Until he's... Thermal converter, that's useless. Right. There we go. I hope that storage is on this floor. It would make my life a lot easier. I think do it like this. We might be able to get his stuff. Yeah, nice. Cloak of Protection is doing a lot of good work. If we want to potentially save this, what we could do is keep it and then hope for Mega Range next floor. But the only way I think this is going to be useful on flight is if we get an out-of-depth mass support system. And I don't think we're going to. So then I just want to save myself the effort. Let's get rid of this. Oh wait, I need to equip that armor. Don't really need a meta pod. Alright. Just thinking of what we can toss. We're still very low on weapons, so I don't like tossing too many of them, but I think this one's so bad that it's okay. And then we don't need this at the moment. Having the cloak get destroyed should reduce alert nicely. Yeah, actually that's also something that we should take into account. Yeah, that's a good point. I think alert is not a huge problem at this point. I don't really mind as long as we don't get into high sec. Actually, it happens fairly regularly for me that I get like level 4 alert or something if I go to whatchamacallit, storage. Right. Let's do something like this. Wait, is the loss of alert different for what kind of item you use? I thought it was it's just a flat amount for anything. Oh, I don't know actually. I don't know the details about that. Might be in the manual? No, I actually don't know. Poor mats can go hairy if you're intent on full clearing, in my experience. No. To be honest, I haven't had that experience. Mostly things tend to turn out okay, as long as you're doing your positioning right, in my experience. Oh, I could have used this for those traps. Like, honestly, I'm always gonna forget I have this. And toss it right away. So I don't have to think about it anymore. This item is pretty useless. Because it's damaged. I really don't like miniguns. I know they're a tier 3 and they're kinetic, which early game is usually my favorite, but they just feel very bad. Like, when I try to shoot stuff with miniguns, it feels like I'm always missing. I don't know why. Actually don't have any way to support that opinion, so think of it what you will. But My heavy assault rifles feel a lot more dependable for some reason. Reflective plating. Are any of these damaged? One of them is. Get rid of that then. Minigun animation takes too long. Yeah, that's also annoying. Let's see if some green bots pass by maybe. So what I'm hoping for is if any green bots come by, I can alert this guy by shooting them, and then I get the first shot in for free. Or maybe this watcher will help me with that. I don't want to kill him, but I wanted to move. Whatever, okay. Just doing this now. Why is this guy not noticing me? Branch access. Please? No? Ah, okay. Storage. Yeah, we found it. Alright, that's good. Yeah, okay, I noticed this. That's good. X is key. I would very much like a melee weapon to dig. This might be some sort of improved utility shielding or something, so we'll check it out in a minute. First, this guy. Alright, very nice. Let's see what this is. Utility shielding, but it's not improved, so I'm not really interested. Anything else? There's an armored wheel there. I don't have that many treads, so I might as well take it. Katana. I think that's better. Probably less mass, less damage, but I don't really care that much. I'm gonna carry both. Right, so now the consideration would be if we're gonna go for a manifest in this one. I think we are. If I can seal this off, maybe. So what I can do is I can check on a terminal whether there's any good loot on this floor. Relatively efficiently. If we manage to do that, that would be pretty useful. Scanalizer, we don't have anything to scanalize. Primary candidates for scanalizing would be, first of all, flight units, prototype ones. If we don't get enough from haulers, we can fab them. Otherwise, hacking suites and system shields. And sometimes if you get some super good brawn loot, for example, experimental targeting computer or advanced weapon cycler, those are worth scanalizing too. Armored wheel pog. We already have one. We only really need one of those for emergencies. We can repair some of their stuff, maybe. I think we're okay on the weapons front for now, so I'm not going to repair those. Should get enough from stuff like sentries, etc. We can afford to repair some treads, I think. Oops. I shouldn't have done that. Whoopsie. Right, I do want this guy to spot me. I can get the first shots. Go. Grab a particle gun as backup. get rid of one targeting computer. It's probably fine. Right, we can get some hacking suites from that guy. I really just want to find a terminal and get all our manifests off. We found like 2 terminals or something at level, it's crazy. Right. Yeah, only 2. I'm okay with those guys spotting me. By the way, since not much interesting is happening right now, or I don't know, depends on your point of view, I guess, but if you guys have any questions about flight build preparation, which is what I'm doing right now is a typical example of that, feel free to ask. I'm not necessarily the authority, but done a lot of flight build, so this again, right? First switching in the armor, so my stuff doesn't get as damaged. We're running low on kinetic again. Ah, there's a boss rifle now. That's nice. I don't think we're interested in prototype engines. Propulsion shielding is interesting. Ah, right, here we go. So, manifests. Nothing interesting. Right, then maybe another purge. Where's storage? There's one over there, and there's the other one we already saw. I'm gonna grab this and then head over to storage then. Now we might be missing some loot in this level. In terms of just prototype flight stockpiles or something like that, but the chance of those spawning is pretty small. And in order to know that they're there, we would have to explore the entire level. And that would be a bit of a problem in terms of attrition and alert. It's doable, but it's a risk, so I'd rather not. That, that's a visual processor. Sometimes it's useful to have a backup signal interpreter. Oh, I guess Horse is pretty low tier as well. So if we find a better one, we'll keep it. Heavy assault rifle, that's nice. Get rid of the particle gun. Those are useless. Right. Trojan botnet for opening all those doors. Index terminals. That's a shame. This might be trapped. I don't even want these engines, so we'll move on. This is probably a trap array, so if we shoot like here, we won't have to take any damage. see. Trojan botnet index terminals. Also, it looks like we're going to be fighting in this room a lot, so I'll put on a disrupt. Traps locate. We can try and see where the operators are, so we can maybe hunt them now for hacking suites if we want to. Order manifests. There's some enhanced autoguns and improved assault rifles. No proto flight yet. There we go. Hauler is nice enough to alert the dude for us, which means we can just kill him like that. We have enough, whatchamacallit, support that, or enough propulsion that I think will be okay. So we don't need the wheel. It is not the greatest place to fight. Look. That's why I don't like these recyclers taking my important items. I fail to understand how that guy suddenly teleported. Okay. Right. Katana, sure. I can die. There we go. Someone took our heavy assault rifle. Pulver. Lure that guy over here so we can find him. Don't really have the freedom of movement to pick up those items yet, so we'll do this first. That's a heavy assault rifle, nice. Let's get rid of more particle guns. Anything else we want in particular? Could repair the engine. Another disrupt. Ooh, the LRC suicide room, nice. Yeah, this or alert will probably take a hit, but I don't really mind. Let's see, Trojan botnet. You can put an alert purge on here. No, we can't, apparently. There we go. I'm fine with these guys killing each other because if my allies die, the alert won't be as big of a problem. Remember when the Demolisher bug was still there? Maybe it's manageable now. What was the Demolisher bug again? I forget. Help me recall what it was. Did it have something to do with how many Demolishers spawn or something? These guys are finding all the traps for me. The response to these allies sent like 6 demos, you get so destroyed. Oh, okay, yeah, that's pretty painful. I probably shouldn't kill him here because there's not even room on the floor for the loot to drop. It's alright, there's no reason to kill them right away. Also, we already saw, I think, that their loot wasn't very good. Improved targeting. Sure. 2 system shields, reflective plating. Let's drop some stuff. How many katanas? 2. We don't need to. Also, let's get rid of the minigun because I don't like them. Do we need another system shield? That's probably fine. Let's get one. Let's repair our heavy assault rifle. Maybe we can get MTF to spawn, that'd be nice. I'd like to strip him for parts. I think he has some nice stuff, probably. Or at least just shiny stuff. That's enough of a reason to kill someone, right? Let's see. Prototype ID bank. Ooh, that's useful. I could use some more of those, actually. Never mind. We're not going for the loser exit, so we can just use this for other stuff. I'll let my ally handle this. Doesn't even really matter which side loses or wins. Either way is probably good for me. Allies get a little bit annoying when they do this stuff. Right, prototype ballistic gun, that's interesting. Enhanced autogun. I can't even see what's going on. Here's another one. I think that's it. We can probably drop one of these then. Some more treads, I guess. Right. I still want my proto flight units in. Large storage. I think 4 of them is enough. Oh, we can use these to effectively heal the ones we have. Good enough. Garrison support. Oh, there's probably garrison somewhere over there or something. Let's put a Trojan mask on here if we can, so we don't have to keep defending this stuff. We can come back here for stuff like treads. Advanced signal interpreter. Now there's something I want. So like I said, I want my allies to die and I want enemies to die, so I'm trying not to interfere too much. It might be slightly more optimal to fight us alongside my allies, but I think it's fine to just let them die. One consideration here is keeping this just to identify branch exits on -7. And then if it's a factory exit, I can de-equip it and still have this one to equip for stuff like Scanning the sensors, I mean. Just looking if we have room for it. So I have a lot of threads, but I am gonna evolve to prop 100 the next level. So I do want a lot of threads. I think we're gonna do something like this. So I'm not gonna pick up the other signal interpreter. I could just kill a watcher or something if I really need one. Just once you're switched to flight, that's a little bit harder or a little bit more annoying. Improved assault rifle. There's another one. Where is it? There it is. So we're doing fine on guns now. Still no improved flight units though, or any other type of prototype hardware. This means I'm gonna place more importance on hacking speed than I normally would. Because even if we find like one or two of them now, functional ones, it's very likely we'll still have to fab some stuff. Did you drop any? I can't see with all these allies around. No, I don't think he dropped any. Any hacking suites, that is. Head up here then. We're just gonna full clear this level. There's really no reason not to. Those are the drones. We're not gonna open that can of worms. Traps. Disarm. Saves me some trouble with rocket launchers. Right, there we go. That's nice. None of that's really useful. I'm gonna try to get rid of some alert. Great. This is another chance at getting supporter flight. Yeah, there's one. That's good. Two actually. Okay. I think looking at our core situation at this point, it's safe to just equip another storage unit instead of armor. So we have two good improved or proto-flight units now. See if we can get some more. I'm probably gonna leave these here. So I can equip them when I leave. And then I have undamaged threads in the next level. So I don't really need them now. Alright, that's great. Ooh, okay. Jackpot. 1, 2, 3. So we have 5 proto-flight units. That's enough that I don't need anything else. I'd like maybe one more, ideally. I am gonna check out what this is. Advanced EMP blaster, okay. In that case, sauce this. It's another advanced EMP blaster. Right. Advanced EMP blasters is one part of the setup we'd need for taking on the assembled in CDC. So maybe I take 2. Proof of Potion shielding, we already have one of those. I'd like to be able to switch right away, if necessary, to flight. And we only have 1 light angular momentum engine, which is like 10 times better than light deuterium, but maybe it's worth taking if we don't have anything else. We can drop out of here. Right, so our situation is looking pretty good. We're almost ready to leave. I can... some more prototypes, why not? Trojan Disrupt. Planning for CDC already. Maybe this is the reason I almost never go there. Haha. Yeah, I think that's just personally my particular playstyle, and also the fact that I want to be able to handle ZDC on flight specifically. So on flight, if you don't plan ahead and you just run in with no backup flight units, no sort of armor or weapons, you're either not gonna make it or you're gonna make it, but your build will be completely destroyed afterwards. So yeah, I don't think you have to plan that far ahead for CDC. May you be on combat if you don't have them. Right, very nice. Maybe kill this guy while we're at it. Or not. Right. I'll head back for the treads I left earlier real quickly. This guy doesn't run away again, we can kill him maybe. He keeps doing it though. I'm not gonna chase after him all the way. I think. Don't feel like it. We could use some more hacking. Also, I really still want another light angular momentum engine or something like that. Our combat build is still pretty good, so I'll hold on to it a little longer, even after we go to the next level, so we can still get some other stuff before we switch. Right. This guy, if he's gonna stand here. Yeah, we got a hacking suite. Okay, that's worth it. I'll get rid of 1 piece of armor. Right, let's go. So we have all the flight we need, so we can evolve 2 prop slots. And this will allow us to carry carry a medium storage unit and all the other stuff we need. And as you can see, having like way too many backup treads comes in handy here. So we still have some backup even after equipping additional ones. For targeting, might as well. Ooh. I don't know how those guys noticed us actually. This is very annoying. Because that hunter is going to be able to shoot me. Probably. Oh no. Apparently not. Okay, this is fine then. There we go. No problem whatsoever. Cogmind armor plating. Ghost rifle. We probably don't need all of this. Light deuterium engine. The one we had was full integrity, yeah. Light nuclear is basically the same as light deuterium. Dark ghost rifle. I wanna try and see if I can get some stuff for that. Ooh, alright, that was fine. Don't know how good I scored me on there. It's weird. Ooh, there's a hauler. Nothing interesting, that's a shame. I know that the watcher called in someone, but I'm not seeing anyone. Right, I'm thinking we're probably not going to use this, so grab some backup treads instead. Uh, let's just do it like this. Right, so maybe we can scan an improved fetal module here. Damaged. We did see a repair thingy, so that's worth going for. Shield. No, we can't do that. Okay. That's the shoot trap. Okay, that's good to know. In case we try to fab stuff this floor and we don't have enough time or enough matter in the fabricators, or we get or fabricated or just quarantined or something like that, that we can have there. I don't think there's a lot we want to necessarily fab though. Damn it. Okay, I could have equipped hackware for that, and maybe I should. I thought it'd probably be okay, but it seems like it wasn't. Shoot trap. That means this area is pretty dangerous. So if we accidentally fall in the shoot trap while we're not switched yet, that would be very painful. Okay, that's super useful. Trojan botnet. Nope. Can I get an index terminals maybe? No, 0%. Okay. Thought it maybe be around 10%. Didn't do the maths. Right, so this is the point where I'd like a backup, whatchamacallit, signal interpreter. We don't have one, so It looks like a branch exit though, and that means it's probably caves, which is where we want to go. It's not very good stats. Light angular momentum engine, yeah. Okay, that's really good. So we can toss this one. And then maybe equip it actually, since our own engine is quite damaged. Thinking there's maybe a trap array there, so we can try and dig around. I want to find another repair machine. We could scan the medium storage. No, never mind. Ooh. Let's see. This one's better than the one we had, I think, yeah. Probably really only need 2. Maybe another backup won't hurt, since we don't have a lot of stuff we want to carry around on flight in our inventory anyway. We'll have enough room for one more backup, I think. In which case, let's wait around you for a little bit. I thought, huh. Okay, I don't know what those guys are doing. They left somewhere in that direction. There was also a hauler here earlier. I'm not seeing it now. There's one guy. Why am I getting all these programmers? I like focusing the programmers first because I really don't want corruption. It's very annoying if you're super corrupted on a flight build. Or this level is gonna take a while, yeah. The depth. So we'll have to carry that corruption around with us for quite a while. Precision shock rifle. I think we want this specifically to deal with, let's go spoilers like a specific enemy and specific type of enemy where we're going. CDC, because that's this floor, I think. Nice, found CE in first case. Oh, nice. It's always very good. Come on, dude. I want the Watcher's signal interpreter. It's super rare for me. I had sensors this time because they were lying around. Do you normally play without sensors? I think most people on the Discord. Ooh. Okay, this is nice. Huh. Okay, that's interesting. I've started experimenting playing without sensors myself, doing it a lot more. I think it's really doable, but it takes a lot more skill probably to get right. Feels that way to me. A repair station index would be nice as well. Or we could get a fabricator and then put a Trojan haulers on it. God damn it. Alright, so I really want to find this hauler that has the 6 improved cesium. Did he drop his signal interpreter? No, he didn't. Damn it. I want to find the hauler with the fancy loot. But if I stick around here too long, I'll get in trouble. So I still need to identify that exit. There's a hauler, but it doesn't seem to have... Oh, I didn't have any escorts, so... Not the one. Damn it. God damn it. We're fine. We have backups. We don't have backups over backups, so... These guys dropped some auto guns now, so it's fine. That'll do. Proof trends. You can get really far with just weapons and launchers. Sometimes alert and not finding the exit just ends your run though. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like probably not having sensors in the main levels would be doable if you're okay with fighting some stuff that you otherwise wouldn't fight. But in caves, for example, if you randomly run into a behemoth and you're on tread so you can't run, it seems very painful. When I play a combat build, I don't want to use sensors this overrun, then I'm just playing a bad stealth build. Yeah, Behemoth gives nice loot. Okay, that's one way to think about it. And if that works for you, that's fine. Personally, I'd rather have sensors in that scenario, probably, but whatever works for you. Right, so can I please get either the hauler or that... Oh, God damn it. Right. Oh, that's annoying. Okay. Um... The bad thing is finding an outpost and getting random ARC patrols on top. Yeah, outposts, you really don't want to fight those. I totally agree. Wait, what's up with my luck in like the past 100 turns? I feel like I keep getting ganked by random enemies just showing up out of nowhere. At least we got an engine out of it, I guess. That's another system shield. I'm really not sure if that's worth picking up. Don't think I'm gonna bother. I guess we can equip this engine. One thing in favor of sensors is the signal interpreter. It's annoying to always figure out a different way to find out where the stairs are going. Yeah, Having a signal interpreter for that is pretty useful. Yeah, definitely. If you're not a hacking build and you want to go to a specific exit, it's definitely a big deal. Let's just equip this one. Right, so I could switch to flight right now, but I really want those thrusters. And I'm not getting very lucky. I was trying to find them, it seems. Terminal index is good. Index fabricators. There we go. Right, so if I know where a fabricator is, let's see, there's one over there. How did I miss that one? Oh, right, it's in that room. There's not very many fabricators close by. So the reason I want to find a fabricator is twofold. Firstly, I want to get a Trojan Hauler Snuff, and secondly, if I can't easily get the can't easily get to the hauler that I want to be able to fabricate. Ooh, this might be it actually. That's one escort. So fingers crossed. Just leave me alone, you dude. Okay. Yes, we got it. All right, we're switching right here, right now. Improved cesium ion thrusters. None of them faulty. Wow. Okay. Um, backup is coming, so I have to be quick. Let's grab these all first. Hey Koi, welcome to the stream. Feel free to ask any questions if you have them. We're doing a flight build right now, getting ready to switch. Simon says, okay, I got to Z, started a run, we were just leaving storage. Nice. Yeah, I'm playing not super quickly. I don't know. I like doing things optimally if I can. This is still a bit suboptimal. Also kind of regret not being able to show off trying to beat Exiles. But that's fine, I guess. Let's equip this. Then I gotta do some inventory management here. I think we equipped the second most damaged one. We're gonna equip the katana. How far are you planning to take this run? How far am I planning to take this run? Generally, what I've been doing on my latest few runs is trying to make a build that's as crazy as possible in terms of power, and then going up against high sec or max sec even in access, and just trying to clear as many waves as possible and see how long the build lasts. Uh, which is usually not very long because high sec and max sec got buffed after my latest exploits, which is a shame. But yeah, so as far as access, probably I'm not really planning on doing extended, I think, but I am planning on doing all research branches and trying to get all the crazy loot and then using that to make a cool flight build. That's basically the plan. So if you enjoy that, just stick around. I don't think, like, at the pace we're going at right now, I won't be able to do all of that today, to be honest, but should be able to get quite a ways. I don't know how close the reinforcements are. I'm a bit scared that if I do this too slowly, I'm gonna get hurt. I want to move a little bit. Right. I think we can handle the propulsion shielding. Just put on some hackware. Won my first run of DCSS today. Oh, congratulations! I've played a little bit, a tiny bit, maybe 2 runs of Dungeon Crawl Stone 2. I think, or maybe I didn't even finish them. It's not typically my sort of game, but it did seem like a very difficult game, so congrats. Oh, Silent said, now the question is imprint or not. You're doing a combat run, right? Heard that imprinting isn't very good in combat because the terminals turn off too quickly. If you have slow movement. I don't know. Usually always imprint. I mean, heroes are cool, right? So definitely go for it. But as to whether it's good or not sure. Because I can't be arsed to do research branches. Okay, research branches are one of the most fun parts in the game. Like, why wouldn't you want to do those? I like imprinting on tripods, but not on treads. Yeah, that seems sensible. Tripods, maybe the movement speed is doable. And without that, I can't beat the thing. I'm not sure what you mean with the thing. Oh, maybe I do know what you mean with the thing. No, I'm not sure. Sorry. Let me focus on this for a second. Probably one of these is enough. I don't need this many backup engines. We have way too many flight units. So I shouldn't have equipped that one. Um, 4 backup flight units is already more than enough. I want this, I want this, I want this. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so we're gonna need to lose something else as well. We're doing... Right, we can probably expect to get engines in CDC, so we can lose 1 more of these. Drop this. Put on a system shield. Actually, we don't even really need the hackware, to be honest. Because we're not gonna hack before we reach CDC anyway. Yeah, you see as the crutch it's intended to be, but no alert control all game. I think I go with Rift this time and just find the programmer couplers. Oh, cool. Okay, good luck. Let me know how it goes. That's interesting. What I like doing is a Rift plus Farcom flight hack, using locate protos on research to get the best loot and get out of MaxSec. You don't get out of MaxSec if you do that, right? If I'm understanding correctly, what you're saying is you use Rift plus Farcom. You do go to research branches. So from the Farcom you get MaxSec, and then you're using locate protos to escape quickly. Escape the MaxSec. Yeah, okay. I don't know about that. Because you say you get the best loot, but if you're going to a place like S7, you want all the loot because all the loot is the best loot. So I feel like probably that strategy wouldn't leave you enough time for that. I don't know. I usually skip S7 depending on how well I'm doing. Okay, interesting. I really like S7. Yeah, I can never do S7. If I do S7, I don't go into the facility. Just too much alert after Q plus S7. Okay, I've found there's a couple of strategies I found for doing S7 that work really well for me, but that's specifically on flight, so I might not be able to offer any advice there. Like, I'll try to keep the gameplay going in the meantime as well. Sorry, I can't multitask very well. But what I was gonna say is, a combination of using SW and you can even do a 7 if you're being chased by trackers pretty consistently if you set it up right. If you're on flight, that is. I do a 7 on regular runs, just not FC. Max Tech makes it too deadly. Yeah, okay, that's reasonable. Yeah, I can understand that. I still like to do like full max tech run through research branches with Farcom sometime. Seems like a fun challenge. Let me double check if we haven't dropped anything terribly important. We have a backup engine with way too many backup flight units. We have the stuff we need for beating CDC. It is on this floor, right? Yeah. We probably know where the exit is. We can go check here first. That's factory. The other one's still Art is unsure, so at least it's a branch. Master Thieves Monk S. What about Master Thieves? Oh, this is unfortunate. So I'd like to avoid taking damage if I can. Well, you're just gonna make a run for it. This is where the propulsion shielding comes in handy. Oh, I should have all my flight units turned on, so I'm faster, take less damage. God damn it. You're gonna get them in caves, right? Oh, yeah, I am. I don't really mind though. They're pretty nice guys. I can relate to them. If I saw something shiny, I'd want to steal it as well. We're taking so much damage here. Like on flight, taking this much damage is a big deal. Right, there we go. Some tiny movement optimization there. We don't have any sort of sensors, which is okay, we can probably deal with caves, but I wouldn't mind having sensors. Imagine panicking because of 3 grunts. Grunts is comment made by Treads Gang. Lol. Yeah, flight. People say that flight is OP, but you're really squishy for a really large part of the game, and like taking even a little damage there can be really painful. Luckily, we have enough backups. But for example, if our engine broke before we got to CDC, the run, well, at least we wouldn't be able to achieve what we want to. Maybe we can get a W0, but that doesn't count as a win. That counts as a slightly less bad loss. Behemoth found me even with sensors. Oh no, Xylin. Got a nice cooling injector. Nice. Congrats. Show them who's boss. We don't need this. We don't need this. We don't need these. This is useless. There's like literally nothing we would hack for. Not even Trojan Honors because we're leaving. So there we go. Lower caves. Are you getting Golem for the mass support? That's a good question actually. So right now, what the plan is, there's 2 options we could go for. Slight spoilers here for people who haven't seen ZDC. You want to plug your ears for 1 minute or 30 seconds or so. So what I'm planning on doing is first finding the imprinter. Then we're going to look at our situation. If we're in a very good situation, I might try and take on one of the golems to take that one out, and then take out the assembled behind the gate, because specifically if we can get the assembled the factory unit assembled machine utility that makes assembled allies, um, then I want to try and build a run about that around that one. It's probably going to be very bad if we do that, but it should also be very interesting. So we'll see. Actually, for that eventuality, I should have brought a large storage unit maybe to switch to, so we can actually take two of them if we find them. We'll see. Meme assembler run feels good, man. Yeah, that'd be great. You want the Z thing that scoops up matter with that build? Yeah, you do. That'd be great. Oh, oh. This is immediately very unfortunate. Unfortunate. I'm just gonna run past these guys. I'm gonna take a little bit of damage, but automat stopped something, permitted it. I think there's a part that converts energy to matter, but it's in a 0. No spoilers, please. There's probably people watching the chat who don't know about that. Like, talking about CDC should be fine, but no extended spoilers, please. Should be an AA that just scoops walls up as matter. Yeah, that'd be interesting, actually. Good point. Petition Kiss, maybe. Right, our engine took damage. That's the part we least want to take damage on, but we should still be fine. Maybe I shouldn't have taken this many fight units. Like, my idea is that we can probably get a Z-Light engine, at least one from the fight, but just replace entire levels by assembled. I did one build where I did that to command, where I just made assembled out of everything, like the entire command garrison, turned them into matter and then into assembled. Was very enjoyable. But with the new high-sec changes, I think that's probably not feasible anymore, unless we make something truly insane. But jumping walls, yeah, that'd be cool. Definitely want to give that a try. Like, this is bad, right? Okay, we're safe. We're not safe. Assembler unit plus Aegis. Yeah, so I'd want to get Aegis and then stack the anti-missile thingy, the one that scoops rockets out of the air, and try and stop demolishers that way. What's the high stack changes, anyways? So first of all, a lot more enemies spawn a lot more quickly. You get really large waves really quickly, and there's a fewer time in between them. Also, it spawns prototypes now. Yeah, prototypes show up exactly fine step. So just gonna run for it. Oh, he's shooting the other guy. Okay, that's nice. I really can't multitask. It's difficult to keep over his chat and play at the same time. That might F my Riff Farcom strat. Yeah, it's gotten a lot more difficult. I think that's probably good though, because it was way too easy to farm high stack before. If we don't get the assembled strat, I'm gonna go for fastest gun probably, which is the run that I initially farmed high stack with. Incidentally, my highest scoring run to this day. So we'll do a version of that probably, so we can show it off a bit because I've never really shown it on stream. And also it's just fun, and I want to see if with maybe some minor tweaks I can still get it to work decently. Alright, we got this event. That's interesting. I can't take it right now, can I? How heavy is this? 10 watts? If I de-equip the katana... No, wait, I can... 6, 8, so that's plus 2, again, plus 4. Get rid of all my hackware. That would do it. You don't skip Warbot. Actually, I've gotten it only 2 times so far, and every time I've skipped it because I can't take it. Also now, I have no hope of feeding it enough matter unless I specifically get the event in Zion where they give you the debris to matter machine thingy. I think it's actually okay here. I think we can actually do it and just take it, and it would be pretty useful to have for... Because I don't need the hackware anyway. We can replenish that by killing the guys in CDC. So this is actually fine. Active 200 turns, 200, 2000 matter. And we're never gonna get that unless... unless we get the special event. And see. Let's see. Damn it. Is this a dead end? No, it doesn't look like it. Okay. The fact that there's neutral bots walking around is a good indication because it means there's no enemies in the direct vicinity. Just go get treads and go combat, Kappa. No thanks. Let's not do that. I'm just gonna ignore that comment. We could kill this guy for traps. I don't have room in my inventory for it. I don't think the traps are more important than anything I'm carrying, so let's not do that. Silent, they're fuck the signal interpreter. I'm only taking garrisons from now on. Screw you, exits. Okay. That's one way to go about it. Friendship ended with Gabe's, now garrisons is my best friend. To be honest though, if you're like doing a run where you want to go full riff and all garrisons, wouldn't you want to just start that at -8? Seems significantly better. You have a way higher chance of getting all the high-end upgrades. So doing that, making the choice to only go for garrisons after Z seems like a bit of a waste of opportunity. Oh, I guess you got the programmer coupler, so you did get something out of it. Yeah, I'll test it. Okay, well, that's fine. Curious to find out how that works for you. Right. Now, we're no longer corrupted. We're in Zion, so there's really no need to hurry. Let's hope we get some of the good events. Also, give me 1 second, because I want to get a drink something, so I'm going to mute my mic for a second. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. Getting a bit of a sore throat, so maybe I'm gonna shut up for a bit. Don't have to talk all the time, I guess. You got C on the first lowercase, we only lost 2 chance at the kerosene loops, I guess, but 2 is still a lot, right? You don't get that many kerosene loops. Already losing 1 seems pretty painful, to be honest. Oof. How fast are we? Can we? So what I'm thinking right now is whether we can field lobotomy kit this guy and then take him to ZDC with us. Like, so the issue is this. If I field lobotomy kit this guy, he will start shooting Zionites. Zion will get angry at me. The imprinter will start running around, and this guy will possibly kill the imprinter. At which point the ZDC imprinter doesn't spawn, so I don't get the fancy loot. So the only way I would want to take this guy is if I can FOK him and then immediately exit. But I don't have the exit code. It's really complicated. Let's just run away for now so he can't trigger his dialogue. Probably we're not gonna make it. We'll see though. If I can get the CDC exit codes guy somewhere, I won't have to dig my way into it. That should save some turns and then maybe we can do it. I'm not sure it's worth it, to be honest. Clearly this storm laser means you should go for combat. No thanks. Phasing saber is actually something, I guess. Actually you have a good point. Maybe we can't even dig in with the stuff we have right now. Did we see a phasing saber somewhere? Not seeing it. Yeah, I thought we had a... Like, I was thinking, we have a melee weapon, sure we should be able to get in, but that's not necessarily true. Katana is a bit low end for a melee weapon. Ah! Okay. That's it. Could have maybe done that slightly more optimally, but... So we're not gonna get that guy to fight for us. This is useless. I hope we can actually get into CDC. You got the schematic, not the part. Feels bad, man. Oh yeah, I'm never gonna bother fabbing that. It would be good to have right here, but so this is slightly problematic because I actually forgot to bring a way to get into CDC. Not sure if our katana is gonna be enough. So how much damage is it? 49? Doesn't do enough damage. I think you have to kill Imprinter to get in. If we were gonna kill Imprinter, I should have simulated the dude. Shit, man. This is usually never a problem. It's almost always really easy to get into ZDC on flight because you get so much bonus damage from the momentum being so quick that your melee weapons will always break the wall. But actually, Katana just doesn't do that much damage. So even with this, we might not be getting in. If we can't get into ZDC, that locks us out of a bunch of interesting options. That's really sad. And it's not to keep you or anyone else out. Yeah, or let me in then. Right, so 56. We're literally never gonna get there. We're 7 damage short. Makeshift sword. Would that do enough damage? What do you guys think? This is decent armor, so we can keep it. Makeshift sword. Let me find a Zionite with a makeshift sword, maybe. What's this guy wielding? Ripper. 44. 34. Probably not. Like, would this be enough? So we have 44, and then how much? If we have max momentum, how much bonus do we have? 38. So let me get a calculator. 44 times 1.38. That's 60. So the weapon that this guy currently has does enough damage that we could use it to break into there. If I use field lobotomy kit though, they're gonna get angry. Okay. Let's go for it. I should. Okay. First, drop this. There we go. So now my energy is okay. Get back here, you. Sorry, this is gonna take a bit. Get over here. Four launcher loaders in the garrison. Oh man, this could have been QCs. Feels bad, man. Wish the launcher loaders were in the game when I had my run with launcher, turret computers, and gamma bomb array as primary weapon. One with SW on that run. Wow, that sounds like a really interesting run. Pretty unique as well. Right, so my main concern is whether I should use something like field lobotomy kit here. I could use it on this guy. What's his salvage? This guy's salvage isn't negative, so we can use field lobotomy kit to. Lobotomy kit, what damage? Equip it for this. Broken, poor, got damaged. I'm fine with that. Just need to kill this guy. There we go. Grab this. Yeah, you got under -6. Oh, nice, Aileen. Congrats. Right. Let's hope this works. Oh my god, I feel like a genius right now. Right, that's great. So we can still, the dream is still alive, and like if we die here, I don't think we could, because we're not in a great situation, but I don't think we've lost that good of a run, to be honest. Oh, what the hell? Okay, that's really weird. I didn't know he could do that. That guy just sneak attacked us out of nowhere. 140 IQ? Yeah, are you talking about the derelict or about me? The derelict. Oh damn. It's really annoying. Let's use this as armor. It's pretty inefficient, but both kappa. Nice. Right, so I want to be a bit wary of assembled. Yeah, there's some. Hope this guy takes care of them. Why is he so slow? You can get Warmod by farming golems from matter. Uh, that sounds too complicated. I'm not sure I even really want Warbot that badly. Like, because I want him right now to help with this fight. If I don't get him this fight, I'm not gonna try and escort him through Prox Caves. It's a terrible idea, but you can do it. Yeah, I mean, okay, yeah, I could. I'm not going to, but thanks for the suggestion at least. I want this guy to fight the assembled for me because if I take any more damage on my engine, for example, I'm gonna be pissed. And a lot of trouble. I got structural interface. Nice, that's probably the best one for a start. Oh yeah, that one's really good with the face walls. Wait, can't you FLK golems? Can I? If I can, that's definitely worth doing. Yeesh. Why did this guy shoot me? Can you please just not do that? I'm just gonna help my dude a little bit. Because... Why is he shooting me? Stop it! Right. My ally did more damage to me in that fight than all of those assembled combined. What's the resistance that FOK checks for again? Disrupt? Yeah, disruption immunity. Time to take a break and watch this CDC action. Alright, nice. Be prepared to watch me die. We're very poorly prepared for this CDC. Let me think for a second about how we want to do this. Do I really want Heart of Steel as an armor here? What's the coverage on this anyway? It's only 17%. It's not that huge, and it means I can't equip my unless I take off my medium storage. No, I could do that actually. Right, we need field lobotomy kit for the little dudes, probably. We will ZDC about that. Nice one, Silent. Right. This, this, this. Do I need the backup weapon? Maybe. Oh wait, if I don't take the weapon, I can actually also just not. Yeah, this is probably better. This is massive hassle. Ah, no, wait, because I do want to equip my improved fetal because I want to save the good ones. So then we do get rid of this. And then drop this. There we go. Golems are disruption immune, feels bad, man. Ah, okay. 60 coverage is like phase shifter, right? Basically guaranteed to be hit every time. Yeah. Finkiss made them disruption immune after Terminus took 20 of them as allies. Wow. Okay. I remember something like that happening. I was seeing something like that on Discord. That was pretty fun. Right. I actually I want my ally to engage with the Imprinter, but I don't want him to fight the other two dudes, so I can maybe assimilate at least one of them with the FOK before they get damaged. So I want to get his positioning right. I probably want him somewhere around here. Then they'll fight in this hallway and I can slip past and... Right, you... Go to over here maybe. Should be fine. Right, I think we're as well prepared as we probably will be. I'm always amazed how allies always find a way to trigger the Z-Urge reactor. Yeah, that keeps happening to me as well. Right, I don't actually want the imprinter. Ah, you see me. Or she. Then there's no point in a sneak attack. In which case, we're gonna run past here. Oh! The imprinter is going for me. That's not what I had expected. This is troublesome, to say the least. Okay, we're gonna take a Fart of Steel so I get the dodge bonus still. Why is this only 63%? I think your ally died. Oh, already? Warbot, help! That's not gonna happen. Okay, I'm just gonna count on the 63%, I think. I need this to go right. Eesh. Okay, that was very painful. Only one more shot on this. Why are these guys hitting me? Just tab it. Right, we should be using this weapon. I haven't got a backup engine. Because my other one got killed by that sneaky Zionite. Filthy little. Right. We might still be okay if we kill this guy super quickly. We're probably not okay. This is also because all my other weapons are electromagnetic. And she has 90% resistance. We have enough backup flight units that I don't care about losing the ones I'm using right now, but... Why are these guys hitting me? Just maybe don't? Right. You can loot the Zion operators. Yeah, I can, but I want to leave them alive for now. I need to kill Imprinter. As long as Imprinter is alive, we're not getting out of here alive. She'll catch up to us and kill us, definitely. So I need her dead. I need some crit on core or something. Like, not on me. Please, game. We were fairly poorly prepared for this, so it's only fair, I guess. Okay, get one more shot. I could try running away. What's our movement speed at right now? 126. I'm 35. If I turn another one on, 30, 32. Equip steel? Yeah, it's not gonna help much at this point. Because if I equip steel, I have to walk over there. Then I need more. Like it's only worth it the armor if I also have my dodge. To also have my dodge, I have to have all my flight units on then because of the mass. or at least more of them, and then we're running an energy deficit, and we only have 69 cores, so nice. We're just gonna try and kill her, and if it doesn't work, that's it. This is still our best bet, I think. Ooh, 4 core. Okay, if I hit this, we're still okay. We're still in this. Yes! Oh, that feels good. Alright. Did we get what we came for? House reaction. Yes, we did. We're still in this, boys. Let's go. Before crush death. Yeah, this is probably gonna go horribly wrong in any number of ways, but that core HP though, yeah. Proxy caves, oof. Yeah, we don't have signal interpreter either. Like, I'm not feeling the assembled build right now, to be perfectly honest with you. We'd have to do some fairly dangerous stuff to still get the assembled loot, and like 69 core, I just don't see it happening. Guess we skip this golem at this point, right? Yeah, pretty sure golem one shots at this point exactly. It's just a straight up suicide if we go over there now. I'll kill these guys so they can't accidentally aggro any of the rooms full of dudes. Right? Shifter. We don't need this then if we're not doing golems. It's not an upgrade. So many nice hovers though. Hover imprint works very well. Yeah, but not with these hovers though, because here you have to betray imprinter. But hover imprint, if you just want to win, what is winning really, Silent? If you reach surface, but there's something left alive on the planet, and your score is under 300k, can you truly say that you've won? I believe in complete domination. I haven't actually won this game yet, because I haven't actually killed all assaults until nothing comes anymore. So, well, you're not really a winner until you've done that, right? Let's get some energy. Then we have a field lobotomy kit here. There's only one charge on it, and it's almost broken. It's really good in very specific scenarios, though. So I think what we do is we toss this with enough light back up. Just get the nuke ending. Spoilers much. Messiah nuker. Yeah, but it doesn't feel the same. Like there's something nice and personal about killing them all with your own weapons. It's just there's nothing quite like it. Did we check whether this one was better? Right. I want to get a Zion Light Carapace if I can instead of one of these heat sinks, so that we can still maybe survive 1 or 2 shots in Prox Caves. It's a pretty big deal. So I can show off this. If you move right here, this one's damaged. Let's grab the undamaged one. Is this? That's the heavy one. Can't afford to take that. Permanent solution to all problems. Oh wow, I never knew about this stash. Moncast. Yeah. Well, wait until you see the other stash. This one's not so impressive. I think a lot of people know that you can move like this and get that stash. The other one's way more interesting. And I think you can probably only do it on flight even. Busy at the terminal. So guys, I'm not getting any hackware. Okay, that's fine, I guess. Uh, I know about the 2Z light stations and 1 stash on the left. Yeah, so there is one here too. Right, and that's also the reason why we're digging through this machine for people who don't know CDC. There's guys over here and guys over here, and if we move like this, they don't spot us. And now comes the interesting part. And now I just know I'm gonna screw this up because I'm doing this on stream. If you do this right, it normally always works. You can do this completely consistently. This, this, there you go. It's always possible to move in such a way if you're fast enough that they don't spot you. I don't know why. I'm not sure if in their current state they're like out of turn spotting is turned off or something. You can always do this. It's super good. This is the one we wanted. Maybe I just drop the improved propulsion. This is pretty useless, but it's not useless if we can fix it. We don't really need a backup of this, right? I'd have liked a second light carapace actually, but it seems like we're not getting it. Right, that's all we're getting out of here. Also on the way back, need to be careful not to be spotted. So, like, something interesting I noted, the parts of this level are procedurally generated, but this exact wall and the shape of it is always the same. Like, the other side of this wall isn't. So I can't dig through here to the area beyond. Sometimes you can. I don't know if that's the case right now, but for example, this part, I always know you can dig there. This is very problematic. Incoming death by assembled, it would be very sad. There's multiple things I can do here. They're really vulnerable to melee, so if this is only the one, I can just rush in and try to melee him to death. Could try to switch to the field lobotomy kit, but then my dodge goes down and it takes like a full turn, and maybe I miss after that as well. Don't feel safe with that advanced EMP blaster either, because he is an F-torch, so we'll try to get into range, and then I might hit myself. Okay, the assembled. I was thinking about that, but I think it's too slow. I think we have to go for a one-hit kill. Core damaged 12, please. Please don't make this more difficult for me than it has to be. Why? Okay, luckily he isn't doing that much damage. I actually don't want to let this guy go, because if he aggroes those guys, he'll try and... Okay, just gotta get out of here quickly, I guess. If he aggroes those guys in the other rooms, they'll come out of their nooks and see if there's anyone who wants to be killed. Lol. Yeah, I don't know why I'm missing this much. It was really unfortunate. I think the base hit chance on melee weapons is something like 60, 70% maybe? It's higher than ranged weapons. Right, I saw the exit, but I'm a greedy little boy, and I want to get the Exiles item if... Ooh, this is also interesting. Proxy case with no sensors and 57 core. I've actually lived through worse, but we'll have to get fairly lucky to survive. Survivbot? Yeah, exactly. It's this fancy. What can we get rid of? I don't want to get rid of the advanced EMP blaster because it might be our only way of dealing with swarmers. Just hoping we can one-shot them. Like, I'm not gonna take this because it's too heavy and it takes too much energy. What's the proto device again? The proto device is Metafield. Doubles the flight movement speed, which is more or less the whole reason we came here in the first place. This part is pretty busted. So we're definitely not dropping that. Could drop the field lobotomy kit. Actually, if we find something... This is difficult. To be honest, I don't think this build wants terrain scanning, so I'd just be taking it. Drop a reactor and grab the chip only. Yeah, so the point is, if I do take something here, I only take the chip, because this terrain scanner, 5 mass, -10 energy. It's just not good on flight. The chip, though, is really good on flight. So the terrain scanning density. But then we'd have to also commit to something like fabbing an experimental terrain scanner. I'm not a huge fan of terrain scanning. Um, it's good, but it's very situational. If we get to fabricate something, I don't want to go for a terrain scanner. I want to go for something that actually benefits the build directly. So I'm thinking right now that we don't grab it because we really want everything we have right now. It's just like the only thing I would consider getting rid of is the propulsion shielding, but then we'd have to equip it right now. And then like terrain scanning on treads tripod, yeah. Yeah, also because flight moves faster, the terrain scanning relatively seems super slow. I'm gonna quickly check over here. Guided plasma cannon. Okay, not interested. I'm not gonna risk my life for that. Right, so I think we're leaving. I'm not gonna take the shinies, even though I kind of want to. Every run where I pick this up, basically, where I'm doing this type of build, I just end up tossing it away. Be a bit of a shame. Right. I'm thinking I'll take a quick 5-minute break, grab some more to drink because my water's run out. I'll keep the stream on. It's probably not gonna even be 5 minutes, but I'll be gone for a second, and then when I'm back, we can try and see if we live through Pork's caves. So, see you in a minute. Hey guys, I'm back. Sorry about that. Right. What's up? Where is he? Sorry, I was getting a drink. I should add that to the pause stream. Like, add a little message. Be back in 2 minutes. Um, I'm back now though. So, yeah, our situation is still terrible. Let's find out how we die. We're not that yet. We didn't get ambushed right on spawn, so that's nice. Get a good idea of where we are. I'm gonna try to play this as optimally as I can. Just want to get to the exit as quickly as possible. Right, so that's a dead end. Then we go north. I'm gonna explore as little as possible, because every part of the map I uncover is one part of the map where there could be enemies. So I'm just gonna head to the exit via the shortest path that I can find. There it is! Oh boy. Ha ha ha! We did it! Oh, whew. That's good. Okay. Um, we're looking at doing DM next floor. So I think we're fine with our propulsion and engine situation for now. And we can afford to put some points into utility. Maybe get some hackware back. Let's do that. Alright, very nice. Terminals. Oh, and hackware. That's a good start. Could have put a Trojan recyclers on that one to get better map sense. Because if you know there's a recycler somewhere, you know there's at least not a wall there. I'm not gonna bother though. There's a fabricator. We could use that for Trojan haulers right now, or we could save it, try and find more hackware first, and then maybe fab something useful. Do we have any useful fabrication? We have enough flight. We would like improved propulsion shielding, maybe. A hacking suite. Right, so I think we use it for Trojan haulers because we don't have any schematics right now. I'd like the hacking suite, but we can just farm some operators for stuff like that. Oh, it's a level 3 as well, so we don't really stand a chance for anything other than Trojan haulers. Or even that, apparently. Um, do I have... I don't have the improved cesium ion thruster schematic. This is probably worth doing. There we go. We risk a small chance of breaking it, but I think it's fine. We have enough enough backup that we don't die if we lose one right now. God damn it. 26 speed versus 37 speed. I do have an advanced EMP blaster, but screw that. We probably take less damage this way anyway. If I run a little further, by now they've probably already lost track. Ooh, right. This is a very, very evil idea. That's gonna be very good. Access branch. Because what I noticed over there is that we have plasma cutters. Which means we can do something very interesting. Get rid of that Thomas CMP blaster, maybe? Yeah, I'm gonna be greedy. Oh, they actually still remembered where I was. I thought they'd forgotten all about me. It's probably fine heading to either one, but I want to get away from these guys, so I'm gonna run in this direction. Oof. This is painful. This is not how you normally want to do things. painful. It is very painful. Hunters, yeah. I'd really like to have a sensor right here. We haven't got one. It's also the fact that we were being chased by swarmers at the same time. And that was just my mistake. I thought I'd already given up. Because their memory is like super short, but apparently I still underestimated them. I can't imagine them following us now, though, after all of that. This might be gravity neutralizing apparatus or something like that, so I'm just gonna... Yeah! Guessed right. That's good. Exactly what I was hoping for. How do I get to that exit? It's the question. Like this, apparently. Pretty lucky. I'm thinking right now, if we have this, and then turn off this, and then equip this, I was still, in terms of energy, we can't do it. Also, I'm taking a lot of damage right now, and I don't really mind that happening to these fight units, but I do really mind that happening to this thing. I'm not gonna equip it yet. Though, being that fast right now would definitely save the build a lot of trouble. We'd be getting a lot less damage. I'm trying Trojan Hunters. It's nice. We might as well try loading this, I guess. It's probably way better if we look for some highcore first. Right, let's not do that. Haulers, haulers, haulers. Where are my haulers? There's one. There's another. I don't know what they're carrying. I kind of want to get a manifest off. Looks like there's not too many in any direction where we're going right now, though. Okay, with that other hacking suite, probably it's probably safe to just try going for this, and if it doesn't work, then screw it. Where is the propulsion shielding better? Maybe it is. Now we have enough backups. Let's go for it. There we go. That's nice. So we can get that in 30 turns or so. We'll scout out a path to the exit so we can get there when we need to. Prototype launcher. I just threw away my launcher. I don't really want to pick up another one. In almost all scenarios at this point, running away from swarmers is the better thing to do because we end up taking less damage. Say almost all scenarios, it's definitely not always the case. But often enough that I don't want to spend one slot just carrying explosives when we have so much other nice stuff we could be carrying. There's not much else we want to scan, I think. I do want to get a manifest off. There we go. Cooled cesium ion thruster. That's 2 escorts. Ooh, this one's really good. That one's actually amazing. Biomechanical wings are fairly good with metafield because these take very little in terms of energy. Also generate almost no heat. So if we can find because this one doesn't have escorts either. If we can actually find this one, it'd be really good. Can we run a Trojan check on here maybe? to see if this dude has any escorts. Doesn't seem like it. In which case, turn off this garrison over here. I mean, if we're here anyway, we might as well have some more stuff. This is probably the most useful thing we could make, even though we already have a lot of them. Right. That's not the guy we were looking for. That's a shame. Where's the next closest hauler? Some over there. We could have a quick look. Not gonna bother too much, I think. But if I can get some biomechanical wings, that'd be a pretty big deal. Shoot trap. That's also interesting. I could have seen that. I saw the oranges or orangish line. Oh boy. Yeah, we're probably not gonna get that hauler, are we? I could go through here. One move too late. Shame. There's another hacking suite. Is that better than our proportion shielding, the second one? Don't really need two of these. It's probably better. I do want to keep the gravity neutralizing apparatus because it makes support management a lot easier. Especially if we start doing stuff with Metafield, that's actually a fairly big deal. Trojan botnets. Trojan track. Oh. Traps. Locate. Are those in it? Yeah, those look like they're in the annoying spot. Traps. Disarm. I'm gonna like this. I didn't show up on the track. It's just out of range. So I can probably run away from them. So I still want to go for the haulers then. I mean, I do. I'm agreed. Have these guys distract them. Turn off this. What sort of gun is this? Precision gun, maybe? Precision assault rifle. 2 escorts. There's a shoot trap, that's interesting. There's also a lower caves all the way up there, so we could just get these guys and then head in that direction. We're getting very far from the exit right now. Partisan fight. That's interesting. Turn this off first. Seal access. I'm not gonna bother doing this the safe way, which I now regret. That one does have an escort. It's painful. Because also this guy is gonna follow us, so it won't be easy to kill this hauler safely. You can try. Some green bots in a way that will maybe make life easier for us. Take one interpreter. That's not the bot we were looking for. Right. You gotta be shitting me. This is probably the hauler we're looking for because there weren't that many without escorts. I don't know who that watcher just called, but if they're slow, I can maybe get away with this. Nope, not the one. Enhanced nuclear core is actually pretty good, but not good enough that I'm gonna risk taking damage here to pick it up. So, this one has an escort as well. Where's the last one? I thought I saw one somewhere around here earlier. One over there. Kind of really want that loot now. There's two over there. Right. Oh boy. Maybe we should just be leaving. Yeah, I think we should. It's just unfortunate, but we're gonna end up taking a whole lot of damage otherwise. I don't really mind if they hit my core, I just don't want them to hit my parts. Recall investigation. Right, well. I think we're leaving. And we have enough backup flight that it doesn't really matter that we didn't get the hauler. It does matter a bit that our engine got damaged. Could stick around longer, but I think it's gonna be a mess, so let's not. There's other stuff I would want as well, so I could like explore more of the level in hopes of finding some sensor array, maybe, for example. That'd be a pretty big deal to have here. Oh, that's annoying. There we go. No damage, that's good. Oh boy. Let's not go over there. Power sword is actually very useful. Yikes. Whew. We need to go down here, but we just saw the hunters over here. Kinda don't want to mess with them, but running through this place seems even more suicidal. What we could try to do is set them up against each other. Real question is that something that has any chance of success? I guess we're about to find out. So we can move over here at least. And yeah, there we go. That's good. And then while they're fighting each other, I probably have to... It's funny how this works. It's also one thing about flight. You can actually use that in the Doom Corridor very much to your advantage. That if you're not actively attacking anybody, you're just flying around a little bit, they don't see you, like other bots don't see you as an active threat. Which helps a bunch, because then they prioritize attacking your allies or whatever else. Just like happened there. I'm not hurting anybody, so they're not shooting me. That's also something that I wanted to use to my advantage in trying that assembled build idea. Never got to see if it worked out though, that's a shame. Where is the exit? Maybe somewhere over there? Ouch. Okay, apparently those guys caught up. There we go. Oof. Yikes. Oh, we got away. Okay. That's very lucky. There's an interesting thing you can do with these map layouts. Most people probably already know, but when the map generator actually creates these maps, it places a bunch of these cave-like looking rooms, and then it realizes, oh, actually with current layout, people can't get to the exit, and all parts of the map are unconnected, etc. So then what it does is it makes these little corridors. Sometimes they're like 2 tiles wide, sometimes 1 tile wide, or 1 tile wide. So if you see those corridors, it's actually often a very good indication that you're heading in the right direction. Because it means you're heading through the part of the map that needed to be connected to the exit. Usually. No promises. Also, I think that's how it works. I haven't actually seen the code. But if you just follow these little corridors over there, you should usually get to the exit. Or at least the far left part of the map, which is where the exit is. There we go. Just follow the corridors. Right, so this should be the end. And it is. So now we get to have our little fun thing. Last use of field lobotomy kit, combined with some nice plasma cheese. Actually thinking, I've been streaming for quite a while now. I'll finish this one. Go through proxy caves, assuming I make it. Probably. Build's looking fine. Then I'll probably take a break for today. Maybe continue some other time. Probably definitely continue some other time, assuming there's still people who want to watch. Alright, let's do this first though. There we go. And then we take our little dude. We hope we're not immediately ambushed. Then we go and do this. Hahaha, full hackware. There we go, that's what I'm talking about. I could have brought maybe a data check to also get the schematics, but this is fine. And how damaged is this? 41. Thinking how I'll have to get rid of something. Thinking what I care about least. These hacking suites aren't terribly important. Could lose one maybe, but if I quit that stuff right now, it might get shot off. No, proxy gaze, because proxy gaze is pretty brutal. You could also just get rid of the time lightning reactor. I think I'm probably gonna do that. One backup will probably last till Warlord. It's probably also safe to get rid of my worst flight unit, I think. Is it? What are we gonna evolve? We're probably gonna evolve utility and then hack for a bunch of stuff we need, schematics we need for fastest gun. So we're 4 slots. We can't turn this off, can we? No. Need this, need this. We can get rid of this, get rid of this, so that's 2 more. And we evolve 2 more, so we don't actually need to source any of the utility necessarily. Like, the point is, these are pretty bad hackware, but like higher tiers hackware, for example, an improved one is only 14 machine hack power or something like that. It, most of the cost is just in, like, most of the upgrades just come in slightly better slot efficiency for your hackware. If I can get as many slots of hackware as possible, that'd be nice. Yeah, I'll just get rid of one for you. We'll be fine, probably. There we go. Okay, and we won't need the plasma cutter anymore either. At least don't think so. Another proxy case, always fun. Ooh, boy. Please. No. I got rid of my launcher, like I'm very confident against swarmers, but actually swarmers still hold power a lot. It's just that when you use a launcher against them, you're standing still for so long. If it takes like 2-3 slots to rip through a group of swarmers, it's still too slow. You're still taking more damage that way. So when possible, I prefer to just run away. And with a build like this, we're fast enough that that's mostly feasible. Right. Yikes! Okay, I'm very glad that didn't take like 10 time units more, because I might have been dead in that case. Or lost some prototype hackware. That was very spooky. Like the worst possible time for that guy to appear. Whew. Let's do our evolution right away, so I don't forget what I'm doing next time. It's pretty obvious with all that hackware. So utility. Right, then I'm going to finish the run off here. Thanks for watching. Hope it was interesting. If you have any questions about the run or whatever, or you just wanna hang out or talk about Cogmind, just come over to the Discord. Probably everyone who's watching is from the Discord. Maybe someone isn't. Yeah. I don't know when I'll have time to continue this run, but I'll also plug that in the Discord. Probably somewhere in the next couple of days. I think next week there's a bunch of stuff I have to do, but I should be able to get one day off at least to just continue this run. So, yeah, thanks, Silent. You take care as well. See you around, man. Bye.